my presentation, I'm going to be talking about Dreambox and why it's a good tool to use in the classroom. So what exactly is Dreambox and what sets it apart from the many other math programs out there? One of the key concepts of this program is that it's adaptive. It adapts to the students as they are completing their lessons. It is able to build fluency in their math skills because it goes back and fills in the gaps where students maybe are lacking a certain skill. It's used in middle and elementary school, and it is used to increase the learning outcomes and build the conceptual understanding and the fluency. If we're able to fill in those gaps where students are lacking, it will enable these students to succeed in math. Since math is so complex and it keeps building and building on each other, if they have a hole in a certain area, it makes it difficult. So this software allows for this to be built into their learning and fill in the gaps. Kids are motivated and engaged while teacher can gather the valuable data to support the students' needs. Lesson differentiation can occur when we can gather this data from Dreambox. It is really cool and I love using it in the classroom, and this gave me an opportunity to be able to see exactly more how to use this successfully in my classroom. The student benefits for Dreambox are awesome. For one, the students are engaged while they're playing the game and learning new concepts and practicing other concepts. They're earning coins, they are unlocking different screens and badges and music, and also they can play different little mini games as they go along, and the students really love those. Students are developing skills and close their gaps. They're learning new concepts, and there's continuous support of the conceptual understandings and fluencies. Plus, the 24/7 access helps students keep building their achievement. The adaptive technology closes the gaps because students are able to go back and practice things that they need or relearn things that they need. It also, a huge benefit is that it provides access and equity for ELLs. The approach using rich visuals, the design, and the interactivity supports deep math comprehension. Also, each time you play Dreambox or each subscription, you can either do Spanish or English. So it enables Hispanic students to learn with that language, whatever that is the most beneficial for them to practice the math skills. It integrates the assessment with instruction because it's ongoing capture of all the different math gaps, verifies where the students are at, and ensures that they're filling them and that they're understanding concepts before moving on to new lessons, and it's providing personalized instruction. This can benefit students all the way from our low students that need intervention or our high students that are bored in the classroom and need enrichment, because they are able to progress at a higher rate and do more fun and challenging things. On the next slide, there's a demo of the student Dreambox dashboard and as well as a lesson. When students log in, this is the dashboard that they see in their Dreambox. There's all the different levels and skills that is in their grade level. So students are able to pick what they want to go into, or if an assignment is assigned by the teacher, it will be marked by a indication on the box. So an interesting thing about Dreambox is once a student completes a skill in here, it will block it until the student has completed other skills. So this eliminates the student staying in one skill and avoiding other places that might be more of a challenge. So let's do a demo of a lesson in equations, tables, and lines. So you can see the detailed, rich visuals, and everything is laid out. Here's the directions. You can get it reread to you. There's a hint option. And then they complete the assignment. As I'm typing in the answers, the visuals of the coordinate plane, the points being plotted in the coordinate plane highlight over here. So this is where the deep comprehension is allowing for students to see visually what's happening with the numbers as well. So as you can see, this lesson got locked, and I earned and other things. If I come up here to my stuff, you can see where this is the engaging part for the students. They get to earn money, and this enables them to unlock fun things. There's the avatars. They can choose from a variety. There's even different music that they can buy. And I love the wallpapers that I walk by and I see students have. So there are lots of cool things that students earn by completing their lessons. Here's the mini game collection that they earn as they complete their lessons, and students really enjoy these little fun games. And also there's badges that they can earn as they complete their Dreambox. And here's the badges, and they can have a whole collection. So this is the fun part, the engaging, seems super gamey for students, and allows them to complete math while playing games. The really cool thing is how it adapts to the students' learning. And each lesson goes through and provides them different strategies to learn the different skills. Dreambox benefits teachers greatly. For one, we're able to pull valuable data from our students. We are able to see where they're struggling or where they're excelling at. We can then use this information to instruct and monitor growth. This gives us a platform to provide the differentiated instruction. It gives us black and white data that we know where students are struggling and what we can do to help them. Additionally, we can use this information at our PLCs and talking with either parents or administration. Another amazing thing is it aligns with the Common Core state standard, so it is directly supporting what we're doing in the classroom. Additionally, it uses strategies that are used in the classroom. A lot of times the software that we're using is either outdated or it's not including things like double number lines or 10 frames. And Dreambox is different in that it is using all these different strategies that we're actually using in class to teach these concepts. So it definitely directly benefits and supports what we're doing in the classroom. On the next slide will be a demonstration of the teacher portal of Dreambox and how we see the data from our students. This is the educator's dashboard. Laid out right here are all your different periods and your students and all the averages for the class periods, the average minutes, the lessons, and the daily activity. When you click on a specific student, you can get their data. You can choose anywhere from just the info from today, the last week, the last month, or whatever you would like. So, for example, the student's done 37 minutes, has completed these grade level standards. You go up here, there's different options to choose from. The activity, this is important because you can see what the students are doing exactly in Dreambox. For example, these little pause button indicates that the student began these concepts and didn't finish them. So it's easy to see if they're just jumping around from lesson to lesson. This one is doing good. He only had 2 pauses. This one means he has mastered this skill. This one, he completed the lesson and made progress towards or demonstrated understanding the first time. And for this one, it took him till the 3rd time to demonstrate understanding in that particular area. So this is why it's a good way to see where students are in their learning and be able to address students and differentiate your instruction. Go up here, you have standards. You can see exactly where they're progressing, if they are progressing. Their usage once again. And then there's the assign focus. And this is where I can assign the assignments to the students. So you go right here to add assignment. You can pick the grade level and the domain. And you can pick the cluster or specific standard. If you pick the cluster, it will be a variety of lessons throughout all the standards, or you can just do the specific one, depending on what is supporting your learning or the student's learning. And it shows that where they're at. Dreambox is an excellent way to see where students are and how they're learning. There's been studies done supporting Dreambox, and one in particular was done by the Center for Education Policy Research at Harvard. And it showed that the students that did spend more time using Dreambox were in fact more successful and achieved higher levels. The next slide is a clip regarding that.
A new analysis of Dreambox Learning shows compelling impact on math achievement. After analyzing the scores of about 3,000 students in grades 3, 4, and 5 from nearly 100 classrooms during 2 school years using MWEA MAP and PARC assessments, the Center for Education Policy Research at Harvard University found that Dreambox usage was positively and significantly correlated with student achievement gains. An earlier study of Dreambox found that students in grades K1 improved 5.5 percentile points after 21 hours. This new study revealed a similar impact. Average students in classrooms using Dreambox improved nearly 4 percentile points after just 14 hours. Harvard's analysis suggests a linear relationship between time on Dreambox and achievement gains, meaning a student who uses Dreambox for an hour each week could improve over 10 percentile points by the end of the school year. Visit Dreambox.com to read more about Dreambox's impact in schools across the U.S. and Canada.
And that is my presentation on Dreambox. I hope you were able to learn a couple of things about the program. I know I did, and I will be using it more often in my class. Thank you.